In the hands of a lesser director, this adaptation of Priscilla Presley's Elvis and Me memoir could have spawned a film that either turned Elvis into a cartoonishly evil character or glossed over the troubling nature of the relationship at its center and framed it as a standard, completely normal romance. I couldn't imagine how bad a Vice-esque take on this story would have been. Coppola crafts a near-perfect adaptation that perfectly conveys not only the events presented, but the emotions tied to said events as conveyed via Priscilla. While you can fully enjoy and appreciate the story without reading or listening to the source material, I highly recommend listening to the audiobook, as it's narrated by Priscilla and will help you truly appreciate how well Coppola puts you into the mindset of her subject. The film isn't meant to be a takedown of Elvis as many have claimed, but a telling of the most important time in Priscilla's life. The situations are presented just as they were described in Priscilla's book, and the spirit of the emotions she felt is perfectly conveyed. Believe me, if Sofia Coppola wanted to make a hit piece on Elvis, she could have included countless rumors and speculations about this relationship that those gossip magazines printed. While a great many have criticized Coppola for not going harder on Elvis, you have to understand that her primary focus is Priscilla's truth. Put yourself in the mind of a teen in that situation. Of course, as adults, we can see the deeply troubling and immoral dynamic at play, but for her, at the inception of this relationship, and for a large part of it, this was the most romantic thing she could ever conceive. I mean, who as a teen hasn't fantasized about their celebrity crush saying they were the one for them? The emotions we would have felt would have undoubtedly been extremely similar to Priscilla's. Through isolating camera work and staging that focuses on the title character, Coppola firmly reminds the audience that she is indeed the focus of the film, not the mythic Elvis, and showcases how her existence was always heavily controlled by Elvis's massive gravitational pull.
I like this one.
Solid suits you better. I hate brown. It reminds me of the Army. Black hair and more eye makeup will make your eyes stand out more.
The control he has over her is akin to the sun to the planets in our solar system, and once his light goes out through the countless cheating and excessive drug use, she's set adrift and discovers her personhood outside of him. Up to the moment they started to drift apart, her life was in service to him. Every fashion choice and hobby she had was for him, not herself. The ending of the film and the build-up to it may seem deflating to some, but I think it masterfully conveys the moment when Priscilla leaves Elvis's orbit, and how as soon as she does, this world and the previous person Elvis created completely ceases to exist. You can feel his pull loosen as he gradually begins to engage in more negative behavior and lose the luminosity that once captured and lit up Priscilla's world. It's hard to overstate how many landmines this true story contains. Coppola will undoubtedly face criticism from Elvis stans and from those who take issue with her portrayal of certain scenes as romantic, but she's simply conveying what Priscilla felt. If you don't believe me, take a listen to the audiobook version of the source material. Even at the time of the recording of the book, she didn't view the relationship with malice, but a magical time in her life that she misses, and how she deeply regrets the missteps Elvis took. In my opinion, Coppola did the best job possible at this adaptation, and anything more or less would have been deeply dishonest to either the sketchy nature of the relationship or Priscilla's feelings and experience, which would have been an infinitely worse outcome. Anchored by one of the best lead performances of its year, Priscilla stands as one of Coppola's finest films, proving she remains a master at transporting audiences into the minds of her female leads. It's a must-watch for anyone interested in Priscilla Presley. Do you agree with my explanation of Priscilla? Comment down below if you do or don't.